we will be discussing about modals, and then we are going to discuss the modal used to or be used to. Now first let's talk about modals. Modals are also referred to as auxiliary verbs. Now auxiliary verbs, or we can say modals, these are used to define in a sentence some kind of promise, obligation, a restriction, or giving permission to someone, or giving some kind of warning. So all those words which are used to reflect these kinds of things are referred to as modals. And today we are going to study about the modal used to. Now used to, as we know, is not a present tense word. USED, whenever ed is there in a word, which means that it is used to define a past tense, which means that used to can never be used to define a present tense for sure. So now the word used to is used to describe some habit which is now discontinued by a particular person, right? So first way where used to is used is to define or describe or depict a discontinued habit of a person, or it is used to depict an event which is not continuing now. So both first and the second rule, you can say, or we can say the statement is used to describe a habit or an event which is in a discontinued form, which means that it used to take place but it is not taking place now. It takes place no more in the present, neither it will take place in future. So example is, I used to walk in the park every day. Now I used to walk in the park every day. Here used to, and remember one thing, whenever we are using the word used is used to define something in past. With that we will always make use of to, and to is a non-finite. It is a full non-finite. So whenever we are using used, we will always make use of to as non-finite, where used is considered as a modal. Whenever used is considered as a modal, to will always follow it. So used to. Now used to can also be used as an adjective, and whenever it is used as an adjective, remember that it will follow a verb, right? It will follow a verb, or it can take its own tense. It can follow a verb or it can take its own tense, plus there will be a preposition after that, right? A verb plus a tense and there will be a preposition. Example of such can be, I am used to taking coffee in the morning. I am used to taking coffee in the morning. Used to taking coffee in the morning. So in taking, used to is my modal. This is my verb plus there is a preposition as well. Right? Now this is I am used to, used to. Now next, with used to, we will also discuss be used to. Be used to is also the same, right? But be used to is used for the future tense. First, we are going to discuss about the sentences in which used to is used to show some kind of discontinued habit or an action which is discontinued, right? So first is a discontinued habit. So example of discontinued habit where used to can be used is like he used to go by car to his office. Now this was the habit, right? That he used to go by car to his office. So used to is again used, and this is a habit that whenever he went to the office, he went by car. So that becomes your habit, right? Another, I can say that he used to bring chocolates for me whenever he visited. Again, bringing chocolates was his habit. That I knew that whenever he would visit me, he would bring chocolates for me. So that is again a habit. So used to is used as a past tense. He used to bring chocolates for me whenever he visited, but now he does not bring chocolates. He used to go by car to his office. He used to. That means that is a past event that took place, but now he is not used to doing that. Another is she did not used to call me every day. Now, she did not, whenever we are using did, the tense will always be past, but the verb will always be in first form. Did always represents a past tense, but with did, the verb that we are using is of the first person verb or first form verb. So she did not used to call me every day. So this is again an example of used to as a negative form. So first we are talking about discontinued habit, and now we will talk about discontinued event. Here used to is used for showing some kind of discontinued habit. Now for discontinued event. So whenever we are showing some kind of discontinued event, the example can be that Rohan used to play cricket in the field. Rohan used to play cricket in the field. Now playing cricket is basically an event that took place in the field, but now he no more plays cricket. Therefore, I am making use of used to. Used to is used to reflect the past tense and a discontinued habit or a discontinued event. Like I say, we used to organize Ramlila during Navratri. So we used to organize Ramlila. Now organizing Ramlila is again an event which took place in the past. We used to organize Ramlila, which means that we organized Ramlila in the past, but now we are no more in that habit of organizing Ramlila. We no more organize this event. So used to again over here shows that this is a discontinued event. Now next we will discuss the usage of used to in negative sentences and in interrogative sentences. So used to we are discussing in negative sentences. So I already mentioned the negative sentence before. So that another negative sentence is that Sia is not used to playing badminton. Sia is not used to playing badminton, right? Another example can be Priya did not used to visit me quite often. Priya did not used to visit me. So did not used to. Here I am making use of not used to, and here I am making use of did not use to. So both of these are my negative sentences in which I am making use of used to. Now next we can talk about interrogative sentences. For interrogative sentences making use of used to, the rule is used plus subject plus to plus verb and followed by my object. Used plus subject plus to plus verb plus object. Now, if I convert this sentence into my interrogative sentence, I will say used, subject is Priya. Why I am taking subject as Priya? Because my sentence will always begin with a subject. Here subject is Priya. Except for interrogative sentences, our sentence will always, a simple affirmative or a negative sentence will always begin with a subject. So your Priya is my subject, plus to, plus visit. Used Priya to visit me turns to you quite often. Used Priya to visit you quite often. Sorry, here you will remain, me will remain me. Right? So this is the first rule for interrogative. Second is when our interrogative sentence begins with did. Here my interrogative sentence is beginning with use. In next it will begin with did. So I say did plus my subject plus with did my verb will be of first form. So did use plus to plus verb plus the object. So here did will remain did. Priya used to visit me quite often. Did Priya used to visit me quite often? Or used Priya to visit me quite often? Both the sentence has the same meaning, but the formation of the sentence is different. So here we have understood the usage of used to in negative sentences as well as in interrogative sentences. We have also discussed the use of used to as an adjective, which is similar to accustomed. Then we also noticed that used to can be used to define a discontinued habit or a discontinued action. So basically in this lecture or in this video we have talked about modal, used to or be used to. Example of be used to is like you will be used to living alone. So here you will be used to. Whenever we are using be used to, the prefix will always be will, right? It will always be preceded by will. Be used to will always be preceded by will. Otherwise, used to is same as be used to.